Hello, guys. Welcome back to another Cosmic Circus review. Today, for real, is our final episode of Fantastic Fest coverage. John, how you feeling?
I am here. I am mostly here, but I am ready to talk about this final wave of movies.
And then
So we
sleep.
can so we can put this in a box, throw it in the ocean, and not see it for another year.
But you enjoyed your time at Fantastic Fest, right?
I loved it. I love it every year. I love it every single
Uh,
year.
do you think you would enjoy it more as a casual film goer and not someone trying to do articles and video reviews every single day?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's the price of getting to do it for free.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like you get free admittance, but it's not free. You have to work.
yeah. And
So
you worked damn hard. You worked hard.
yeah, but it's because I love going there. I love it. It's a great. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes to do this kind
Uh-huh.
of work,
Uh-huh.
but man, it's a lot of fun. A
Well,
lot of fun every year.
I can't wait to talk about the last batch today. Um, just going down the rundown. As a reminder, guys, remember you can watch us on YouTube or listen in audio form on your favorite podcast app. On the rundown today, we have "You Are the Universe," sci-fi romance drama written and directed by Pavlo Ostrikov, starring Volodymyr Kravchuk. We have "Ghost Killer," a supernatural martial arts comedy, directed by Kensuke Sonomura, written by Yugo Sakamoto, stars Akari Takaishi, Mario Kuroba, and Masanori Minamoto. We have Else, a trippy sci-fi pandemic drama written and directed by Thibault Emin, co-written with Alice Batoon, Emma Sandona, and it stars Lika Minamoto, Edith Proust, Matthieu Sampeur. And lastly, we have Dead Talent Society, a ghost horror comedy written and directed by John Su, co-written with Kun-Lin Tsai, stars Bo-lin, Chen, Sandrine, Pinna, Gingle, Wang. John, I'm tired just reading that list. Oh
Man,
boy.
I
Oh
could have
boy.
never done it better than myself. Good job.
What do you want to start with, brother?
Since you have seen the movie yourself,
Oh, I
now we
loved it.
cannot, now we cannot talk spoilers because it's
Okay.
very early
Okay. No
and
problem.
they probably don't have any theatrical plans as of right now.
Hmm.
But you and I both watched You Are the Universe.
And
So
what?
let's start there.
Okay, so I'll start with mine because my interview is already up. I did an interview with the director, Pavlo. We had a great conversation. Our interview is already up on the site. Some slight spoilers in it, but I loved it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I was like completely immersed in it. I absolutely loved it. John, what did you think?
I think it's very good.
Okay.
I, it is a very fascinating romance in space.
Hmm.
Very fascinating. I have a little bit of nitpicks, but the nitpicks I do have are budget related. So
Sure.
it's hard
Sure.
for me. It's hard for me to really be too critical when they made it for how much?
Eight
You
hundred
said like
thousand. Eight
eight
hundred
hundred
thousand.
thousand dollars. So
Yeah.
they're in space for the duration of the movie, and like a part of me was like, at some point they'd be floating around a little bit, but because it's made for a budget,
Uh-huh.
that kind of stuff you kind of have to overlook
Yeah.
because
There is
like
some floating. If you think about the end of the movie, like some of the
mhm.
last shots, there's floating.
there
And
is
it looks
there
great.
is it is it's
It's
at the
used
end of
really,
it
really well. Yeah.
a little bit, and that's a very and I won't go on that like
Yeah.
go into that full detail when the movie comes out,
Later,
but
later.
overall, I do think the movie is very well done. I think it's very difficult to carry a movie with one character for a long period of time,
Yes.
and somehow it does it. There's one part where there's a twist,
Hmm.
or you think it's a twist,
Hmm.
and all and
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
and I was about to get frustrated because I was like, I called it, I
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah. I thought it too. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm wrong. Oh, great.
Yeah, because in the
I,
best way. You're wrong in the best way, right?
yeah, I was like, great. That's
Yeah.
not correct. Good.
Yeah. 'Cause
Um,
it does the right thing, right? It could have done
yeah,
something kind of, oh, we've seen this before. But no, he sticks to why we go to movies. We go to movies for that special kind of connection, and he keeps that in the movie, right?
yeah.
And
And there's
zero,
this,
absolutely no spoilers. Yeah.
There's a twist, and then there's a retcon twist within a retcon twist, and it does very well to keep it twisting. And
But in a
I
good
think
way too.
that,
It's not like it's a cheap twist. It's just
yeah, it's good.
a
It's
little
good. It's
wrinkle.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I
And
like the
I want to
movie.
say just real quick to your budget point. When I was watching, I didn't feel the budget. I felt that it was designed to be a very tight, insular film, and I felt it executed that. And like budget, no budget, I never felt that it was itching to do something it couldn't do, or that it was held back in some way. To me, it was like it was conceived and executed. To me, it felt exactly how it should have been. Like there's nothing more I could ask from it. That's why I love it so much. That whatever it
No,
was,
no,
it was like perfect. Yeah.
and that's why I'm telling you, any kind of complaint that I would have would be budget related, which wouldn't be fair to the film.
Yes.
It wouldn't
Yes.
be fair because they don't have the budget to do zero gravity sequences for long extended periods at a time in
Mm-hmm.
space.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever everything shuts off, or like any kind of complaint that I could have is it's not fair to the film because they're doing it as an indie project. And to me, that is a credit to the film that what they do manage to pull off is pretty impressive for that duration. Even the space sequences, I'm gonna say, look very good. That's very difficult to do on a $800,000 budget. So yeah, overall,
Yeah.
I dug it. It's a good film. I don't know if it's my favorite of the festival, but it's a very
Sure.
good film.
Sure. I think
Um,
it's a miracle. Just one last point. I think it's a miracle because it's pretty much two voices. You have the writer director and you have the lead actor. And both of them carry so much weight in this movie. Both of them have so much personality. Both of them have such an important role in making this movie what it is. I think both of them are executing at like the highest level possible
mhm.
within like all kinds of constraints that they have. And I think if one of them was not vibing with the other perfectly, the whole thing would be a mess. It would be terrible. It should
And
be terrible. There's like a 99% chance this is terrible, but somehow this movie falls in that 1% of just excellence.
and honestly,
Mhm.
imagine what if he had more money. Just imagine, like
Yeah,
whatever he does next, the fact that he could do this
yeah.
with $800,000. Imagine just giving this guy just a little more money
Well,
and
John,
what he could
just off
pull
camera, we were just talking about Interstellar, right? And when I was
off.
watching it again recently, I was just thinking like this is Nolan like blown up on a biggest budget, like huge after Batman, and I think it's too big. You gave him
Mhm.
money, and I think he went too far with it. If you think back to Memento, you think back to his smaller films, I think that's when he's excellent. I mean, Oppenheimer's great too, but I think like pure Nolan was like those early movies, and I think he struggled a little bit with like Interstellar, like having a big budget. So sometimes having those limits is better for creativity, is better for the product. Having these limits forcing you to think small and do
Well,
something interesting. Yeah.
That's why I said just a little bit. I don't mean like give
Okay. Okay.
him over three hundred
Yeah.
million dollars.
Give him
I'm
a
just
Marvel
saying,
movie.
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like imagine giving this guy
Oh.
just a little more
Yeah.
resources, a few more computers, a few more technicians.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he could do some incredible work. I mean, have you ever seen the movie Sunshine?
No, I need to. Oh my God. I
Okay,
need
let
to.
me tell you.
Mhm.
Let me tell you, Danny Boyle's
Yeah.
Sunshine
Yeah.
is one of the best sci-fi films ever made. That is not an interstellar budget.
Hmm.
It is definitely lower budget, and it's amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. I could see this guy doing that.
I don't know how I missed it. Somehow, like, I don't know if I've ever seen a Danny Boyle film, and I'm really embarrassed by it. I have no idea what went wrong, but I need to fix this. I need
Um,
to fix this. I don't know what happened.
I think you have. You probably just don't know that you have. Maybe like
Maybe.
28 days later.
No, I know. I have like a whole list of Danny Boyle, and I just need to go down the checklist.
You haven't even seen Train Spotting,
No, I don't know.
bro,
I don't know what happened. I
bro.
don't know what went wrong.
It's okay. We all get our blind spots. It's no
Uh,
big deal.
I can tell you
But
anything about like 1920 silent cinema from Germany, but I haven't seen Danny Boyle.
it's no big deal. No big deal. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about. More like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
than like grand blockbuster Christopher Nolan $300 million projects.
yeah.
Um, Danny Boyle's Sunshine is a beautiful film,
Yeah.
and it's not made for a lot. This guy could pull something like that off.
All right,
So,
what's the next one? What's the next one? Ghost Killer?
you got to read them off to me because I don't know in front of
We
me.
have Ghost Killer, else Dead Talent Society.
Let's go for Ghost Killer,
All
man.
right. Tell me about it.
And, you're lucky that you got to read the word martial arts on there
Okay. Okay.
because I didn't read anything about it. I just
Okay.
said, "Ooh, interesting title."
Right.
Click.
Okay.
Started watching it, and then I'm gonna tell you, this is the kind of premise that America's gonna look at and go, "Oh, neat," take it and ruin it. It is so ridiculously fun
All right. All right.
in concept and silly and over the top and very like okay. It is about so a guy dies.
Okay.
So there's a guy who dies. He
Okay. Okay.
was a contract killer.
Hmm.
Like he was God's like gently ability just to be able to like do insane martial arts
Okay.
against his opponents. Somehow this one girl gets wrapped up in all that
Hmm.
accidentally,
Hmm.
and she meets his ghost.
Okay.
He's like dead, and only she could communicate with him.
This reminds me of Hit Monkey so far.
I'm not sure I'm not sure about him, Monkey, but hold on.
Okay.
Inside. So she she's about to get killed by somebody.
Hmm.
Her life is being threatened,
Hmm.
and he somehow taps her hand, but they both clap each other's hands, and he possesses her body, and she starts
Let's go.
unleashing unleashing the fury on bad guys.
Oh, this is great. I love this. I love that.
And
Yeah.
it's so ludicrous, it's so ridiculous, but it's somehow so stupid and it's so stupid it entertains.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I just know for a fact America's gonna see this and they're gonna like bring in Dwayne Johnson to be the main role and he's gonna possess a girl. And then that's what that's
I'm just imagining Miss Dwayne Johnson, and he would look like the genie from Aladdin as a ghost. He would look like Mr. Clean or something, standing there, bald ghost.
I just I know they're gonna ruin it. And he's so fun and so ridiculous. The action scenes are actually very well done.
Uh-huh.
There's a climactic fight towards the end of it
Okay. Okay.
that there's like that's kind of like the raid.
All right.
Like how it just
Yeah.
like it keeps going and
Yeah.
going
It's good. It's
and
good.
going. It's one on one,
Yeah.
but it just continues and it continues. It is like it's a movie that doesn't require you to think very hard.
Uh-huh.
Just switch off your brain,
Uh-huh.
enjoy the premise,
Uh-huh.
have a good time, let go.
Of all the movies we've talked about from this festival, I think this is the one that like checks my boxes the most. Like
Yeah,
I gotta see this one.
it
Wow.
is a very fun movie. I liked it.
Yeah. But
So
is it like a bad movie that's fun, or is it a good movie that's also like
it's just like one of those like kind of like Face Off. When you
okay.
think about the concept of Face Off, that's
Yeah.
kind of a stupid like
Yeah.
premise,
Okay. Okay.
but it's so ridiculously executed. It
All right.
works.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
like that. But I had a great time with this one. It is Ghost Killer. I don't know when it's coming out,
Hmm.
but man, I had a great time with that.
It sounds really,
So,
really good. Yeah. All right.
um,
Else?
let's do Else. Yes, Else also caught me by surprise.
Okay.
It is in the vein of all the things that we've been watching recently, like The Substance and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is a cosmic horror
Oh, okay.
with a little bit of body horror.
Oh,
But it's not and I struggle to even call it a horror film.
interesting. Okay.
But it's not very scary.
Hmm.
It's more dreamlike. It
That's
feels
good. Okay. Okay.
very dreamlike in its visual nature.
Hmm.
It is about two people that they have like a one night stand.
Hmm.
Which they looked out to meet at a party, and then they kind of go a little further. They become very close,
Hmm.
but it's on the heels of a pandemic breaking out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the pandemic that you and I deal with, where it has to do with coffee or anything like that. People begin merging with objects, with like things around them, and
What?
it's not violent about it.
Uh-huh.
It's not grotesque or anything. It's just like all of a sudden you just see people becoming part of things.
So like you're sitting on a chair. I'm sitting on a chair. We're sitting on chairs. We would merge with our chairs.
Our DNA begins merging. Yes, like
So like I click my mouse and my mouse merges with my hand.
and all of a sudden, like me and the chair are indecipherable. Like you might see a face within my chair,
Okay.
and the way that it's visually executed, it is insanely beautiful and terrifying
Okay, I believe.
all at the same time. Like it
Okay.
is. There's one part. There's a dog in the building,
Mm-hmm.
and the wood that is like on the building
Uh-huh.
begins to like bend, like it's like trying to grab somebody.
This
But
is
like
this is all live action, not animated, live
all
action.
it's all live action.
Wow.
But when you look at the wood is making a creak.
Uh-huh.
What
Uh-huh.
the sound design? It's the sound design too.
All right. All right.
But the wood is creaking, but it's also got like this weird dog like howl
Mm-hmm.
that's going on with the, and you can see the dog's face kind of in the wood.
That's insane. Wow.
It is trippy. Um, so it is a wild and weirdly amazingly done cosmic horror body horror film.
So it pulls it off at the end. Like it really makes it executes. Everything works.
It is very good. I mean, for people that like this genre,
Yeah. 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 Okay.
it's very well done.
Because this is a I don't know if I like this premise would not sell me on it, right? This
But
premise is weird, but
it's a weird premise, but at its core, it is about like their romance and the heartbreaking
okay.
struggle going on as things begin to merge and
Uh-huh.
become different, and as the world changes.
Can you compare this simply with the substance? Did you like more or less? What did you like about each?
It is different. It is less like the substance and more like Annihilation.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Annihilation?
Yeah, but I don't remember it too much.
It is more like Annihilation, where everything in that planet
Mm-hmm.
becomes like one with everything,
Okay.
and
Okay.
the colors and the vibrancy and the
Uh-huh.
dream-like nature of it. It feels like a fever dream kind of, and um,
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
I like weird movies, though. You may not, but if you like weird
Yeah. Yeah.
cosmic horror, like the romance
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think I'd like
involved,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it is very different.
No, no, I
I
think
enjoyed
I'd
it.
like this a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, because for me, like I really like well done romances in movies. Like I'm a sucker for that. Really, When Harry Met Sally is one of my all time favorite movies, and I think
This is definitely not when Harry Met Sally.
all right, but I like when there's romance at the core of any kind of movie, like a good romance at the core. You can sell me easily if it's well done. All right, next up, Dead Talent Society.
Our final film, and the last was certainly not the worst.
The
It
final
is
Fantastic Fest film.
This movie is in my top five. It is in my top five. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Go on, go on, go
Okay.
on.
Dead Talent Society. It takes a minute to figure out what is going on. It's so frenetic in editing and movement and fast pace. Okay. So the concept is, you know what ghosts are.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced one or
a ghost.
anything. I've had experiences, yes.
All right. Okay.
I've had
Well,
experiences.
I know who to call.
So I've had experiences, and in my experience, goes do what this movie does.
Okay.
Okay, so the movie basically the concept is like when you die, you become like an influencer kinda by like scaring the living.
Mm-hmm.
So like messing with the living.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you either gotta like join the role of like going around trying to boogity boogity people,
Mm-hmm.
or you cross completely over into the never.
Is that kind of what Beetlejuice did?
There, I was gonna point it out. There's a little bit of Beetlejuice going
Okay,
on in
because
here.
I love that first Beetlejuice. I love
There's
it.
a
Yeah.
there's a little bit of Beetlejuice going on in here. So,
Sounds good. Sounds good.
so basically, what happens is there's a girl that dies,
Mm-hmm.
and she begins to glitch out. Her
All right.
body
Okay. Okay.
begins to like fade away.
Uh-huh.
Well, in order to stay on this realm, she has to join a group to scare
Okay.
the living, right?
Okay.
And she joins like a talent agency. She's not very good, and then somebody brings her into her wing, and like you kind of see how these like normal people try to like train themselves to be scary. Like this girl,
This sounds
trains
like Beetlejuice.
like this girl trains every day
Uh-huh.
to crab walk on her legs.
Oh, great. All the good
And
horror tropes. Yeah.
yeah, just all the good horror tropes. It is really funny, man. It
Okay.
is charming,
Uh-huh.
funny.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It is gory, but the gore is meant to be silly
Uh-huh.
because they're trying to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really take it too serious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if
Oh, yeah.
so, yeah. I absolutely love the Italian Society. I think it's got heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of humor. I was laughing
Oh man.
almost every 15 minutes.
Is it good for
It's
kids?
got
Is it good for kids?
well, I mean, the difference between this and Beetlejuice is Beetlejuice doesn't really show blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This one actually has blood, so I don't know if it would work for kids, maybe teenagers.
Okay. Mhm. But
Like it
even
might be good for
Beetlejuice is like for the sick kids, right? Like the kind of
yeah,
like the kids ready for something dark, right?
right, right, yeah. But I think it's more teenager ready than
Sure.
like actual children.
Okay.
Like, cause like I mean, there is violent moments, but I mean, when you're a teenager, you understand it. You get what's going on here. I had a great time with them, man. It's in my top five. It is funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of sad in one point too. And based on the title, is this what you expected me to say? Honestly,
No, I thought it was like a riff on Dead Poet Society.
yeah, that's what I thought too,
That's what the
man.
title sounds like, you know. But I
But
like it. I like what you just pitched me. It sounds good.
but that's not what it is. It's just completely bonkers.
Uh-huh.
Great, great fun, and that is my last movie that I'm going to talk about a fantastic fest.
Great
And we
job,
have
John.
done it. We've
Great
done
job.
it. We've done
Woo!
it, man. We made it.
I wanted to say, John, thank you so much for all your effort and hard work over the past week. Like, I don't know how you've slept and traveled and you've been sick, and yet you still watched like 15 movies. Is that right?
I think I watched more than that. I
Holy
haven't covered
moly.
every. There are movies that I'm not going to talk about that I did not like
There's
because
even more that we didn't.
there's
I
more.
can't even keep track of the titles in my head. How are you keeping track of all of this?
And the thing is, like, these are indie filmmakers, and the
Uh-huh.
ones that I don't like.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking about your film, it's probably because, like, the people that do these movies, they're indie filmmakers.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the reason why they don't get an opportunity or a chance.
Yeah.
And it's one thing when I'm talking about a Sebastian Stan movie,
Mhm.
that's already got distribution and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But to me, when it's an indie filmmaker, I don't like being harsh on them.
Completely fair.
They made
Yeah.
a film. Making a movie at that on that budget is a miracle
Really.
in
Yeah.
itself, and I don't want to be the reason why they never get that chance again. So
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
anyway,
So if you could give us an estimate, 20, 30,
I'm gonna say 22 probably.
22. And 7 days or give or take
Uh,
8 days.
8 or 9 days. Yeah,
That's a lot, man. That's
a
a
lot
lot.
of movies.
Yeah, that's a lot of movies. Yeah. This weekend I'm having my own little film festival. My theater's showing a bunch of good stuff. So yesterday I saw Interstellar in IMAX. Today I'll tell you in a second. Tomorrow I'm watching Marcelo Mio, and then I'm right after that I'm seeing Gladiator in theaters. The first Gladiator. I'm really excited about that. Then
Nice,
as
nice.
soon as we finish recording today, John, it's the day. It's the day. I'm watching Reagan.
I
I
don't.
am I am the only person in the theater.
Well, and there's probably a good reason for that. Mm, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know why you want to do that to yourself. Uh, I mean,
I just want to see what's going on. I want to see how bad it is, and I want to see what Dennis Quaid does. There's no way. I don't think it's going to be the worst movie I've seen this summer. Right? I don't think it's going to. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that there's at least something from it that I can find some enjoyment out of, whether it's ironic or whatever. I'm hoping
I
there's something.
guarantee you, it's going to be in the top five for sure of the worst things.
Really?
Of the worst
The
things
Crow
you've seen this summer. Yeah,
with
probably.
the Crow.
Probably with the Crow. I
Oh.
don't. And I think the Crow's probably better
All right. Well,
than Reagan.
I think I'll be texting you in like 3 hours with my update.
Before I go,
Yeah.
before we get off, to wrap up everything with Fantastic Fest,
Hmm.
I want to say thank you to everybody at the festival. I'm in a wheelchair. They are extremely, extremely accommodating. They went above and beyond this year. I want to thank I don't know if they're gonna watch this or not, but I want to thank David. I want to thank Wendy. They came through and did a lot of great work on the side of things. Amazing job this year. I gotta say the programming was a bit different this year.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it's kind of funny because, like, when we first started this journey a week or so ago,
Yeah.
you were like, "John, what is Fantastic Fest?
Uh-huh.
What is played at Fantastic Fest?" Well, then, sci-fi, horror, fantasy,
Yeah.
and here I am talking to you about
The Apprentice.
um, The Apprentice, Anora,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Nora, like all these.
It's kind of becoming like a general film festival, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of becoming that, which is like unexpected.
Yeah. But it still has the genre stuff, right?
It does, but I could kind of see them branching out,
Uh-huh. Do you
like
think
slowly branching out.
is that a bad thing or a good thing?
It's just fascinating. That's all.
Okay.
It's just something that I kind of noticed.
Mhm.
Like Will and Harper's, and that's not,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
But I think in my opinion, I think it's good. As long as they keep their roots, then they can branch out from there, right? And I
right.
think that's good because it's not like they're forgetting where they came from. That's there too. That's still there. They're just giving you more options. And I think
It's not it's not exactly a critique. It's just
yeah,
something
just a
that
comment. Just a comment. Yeah.
it's an observation because when I first started going here, it was mostly sci-fi and horror.
Right.
And
But it's
I
not
don't
called like Horror Fest. The name's just Fantastic Fest. It could be whatever they want it to be.
well, Fantastic Fest is supposed to signify the
Okay.
fantastical, the
It's not fantasy.
fantastical.
It's not Fantasy Fest. It's not Fantastic
Not just
Fest. Yeah.
I mean, but the name is there,
Sure. Sure. Okay.
It is there, but I'm not complaining. I had a great time. I
Mhm.
saw some great films.
Mhm.
I got to talk with you about it. And
You made me
yeah,
very, very jealous.
come to Texas, man. We'll both go do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right, man. Well, this has been a blast. It's been a great journey. Thank you, everyone watching. Thank you for coming with us. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank John in the comments for all his fantastic, fantastic fest coverage. If you like this review, please leave a comment. What was your favorite from all the movies we talked about? What are you most interested in seeing? If you've seen some of them, what did you think too? Let us know. Let us know. I'm Vin. You can find me on Twitter at Vin Writes Words.
I'm John. You can find me at John Movie Watch on Twitter.
And be sure to follow thecosmiccircus.com on Twitter at mycosmiccircus, where you can find more reviews, articles, editorials, and opinions like the one you just watched, along with all of our Fantastic Fest coverage. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.
Bye.